Deck profile Slowking. Slowking is a deck that has become more popular recently, especially after rotation. The main reason before that, it's a pretty good one prize deck and can be set up pretty easy. And a deck list for Slowking typically looks like this. As you notice, there's a Mega Kangaskhan and a Latias in here. That is just for the early game draw for the Slowking. You basically, are hard hitting one prizer with the Seek Inspiration plus Academy and Night combination. And with the Boomerang energy coming back, it makes it pretty easy for your Slowking to constantly build up attacks using the Kyurem, the Annihilate, Conkeldurr, just for some pretty good prize change, exchanges. One of the cool things about the deck is you can also power up Mega Kangaskhan as an attacker once you have some couple Slowkings established. The other cool thing as well is that you have Wondrous Patch, and Wondrous Patch works with any single Pokemon, so you can make your Latias a late game attacker. The way the Slowking usually plays out is Mega Kangaskhan Latias early game. Once you get your Slowking involved with the Boomerang energy plus a Psychic, you basically have your Academy and Night combination with any Pokemon you need, either the Annihilate. The Kyurem's obviously there for the early game. Early game Kyurem can basically help board wipe your opponent pretty quickly. And then the other stuff is just there to deal with like bigger basic Pokemon. If you are facing a bunch of one prizing attacking decks, I think this deck actually does help against that, as you can basically board wipe them. The Shaman doesn't protect the Slowking's damage because we're not an EX Pokemon. And if they don't have Rapska that's only against Festival Elite, then they're still, basically pretty good prize exchanges. We take two and they can only take one at a time unless they KO your Kangaskhan or Latias. The combination is pretty simple, Academy and Night, Seek Inspiration. The cool thing too is that you play 4 Pokepad for Ultra Ball just for the, get the Pokemon to put on top of the deck. I personally have had a lot of success with like the Kyurem or the Annihilate, and even the Latias at the end of the game becomes late game attacker due to Wondrous Patch. So if you want a pretty cool, one prize deck that has some variation to it, I think Slowking might be the deck for you.